Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kevin RONALD, welcome back to my channel. So for today's episode, I'm going to be doing a review of this great haul set. So now I'm going to try and go as quick as I can so that I can quickly get done with this review. I don't want it to be too long and boring for you, so let's go ahead and get started. So really quickly, I might mention that here is a gigantic box, and it is set number 75954, has 878 pieces and retails for about $99.99 in the US. So let's go ahead and check out the minifigures first. The minifigure here is Harry Potter himself. He is not actually exclusive to the set, he comes out in a polybag bag as well. And I might add that each of these figures has this really cool new wand piece here, which we have not gotten before. He's got a new hair piece, new expression that we've never seen before, and Gryffindor torso. So that's pretty much all there is, except he does in fact have a flip face here. As you can see, it is just a scared expression. And might I quickly add that his special hair piece parts way just so you can see his scar. So anyway, let's go on to our next LEGO minifigure. Shown here is Ronald Weasley. So he has the same torso printing and leg printing as Harry Potter. He's got the same new wand piece except slightly lighter. And he's got this orange hair piece, which is identical to Luke's hair piece from Star Wars, although in the orange shade. He's just got a green expression, and his other expression is also a frightened or scared expression. So yeah, let's go on to our next minifigure. Here is Hermione Granger. She also has the new cool wand piece, and she has the same torso and leg printing as Harry Potter and Ronald Weasley. She's got a really nice new brown hair piece, which is actually very identical to the movie, which is nice. And she, as well as the other figures, has a dual-sided expression, which is a frightened or worried expression here. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out our next LEGO minifigure here is Susan Bones. Many people thought this was Ginny Weasley at first, although it is not. What is really cool about this figure is that she is a Hufflepuff. Now we have never ever gotten a Hufflepuff torso piece throughout the years of Harry Potter sets, so we finally got one now. And she's got a black new wand piece, her legs are the same as the rest, she is exclusive to the set along with Ronald Weasley, and she, like the others, does have a flip-sided face as well, which is just a sad or worried expression. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to our last student. Alright, so here is the last student minifigure that we have. This minifigure is Draco Malfoy. Now this minifigure is exclusive to the set as well. He has a really cool Slytherin torso printing, which is identical to the others except with green and silver colors. He's got this really cool yellow hair piece, which is very accurate to the movie. Right now he just has a smirking, mischievous grin on his face, and his flip face is an angry or frustrated face. So let's go ahead and start on to the Hogwarts professors. Hogwarts professor here is Albus Dumbledore. Now he has the same exact wand piece as Hermione. And what I really like about this character is his torso printing. His torso printing is really well done, and his leg printing. It just has so much detail and looks really great. Now, this minifigure has an exclusive hairpiece, which is very well accurate to the movie, and a classic beard piece, which has been used many times before, I believe. Let's go ahead and see what he looks like without his beard. Albus Dumbledore looks like with his beard or hair. Now we can see his printing, torso printing, a lot better than we did before. Now his expressions are really close to the same thing. One is just smiling, and one is more of a neutral face. With his beard and hair, you can barely tell the difference. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Albus Dumbledore. Let's go on to our next Hogwarts professor. Hogwarts professor's name is Minerva McGonagall, Professor McGonagall. Now this minifigure is also really well done. Her torso and leg printing is really good and accurate to the movie. It's a dark green sort of color, and she's got a bunch of swirls and stuff, which makes her overall figure look more magical, you could say. She just has a grinning expression which looks good, and a classic black hat that has come out in many earlier sets. One thing that I do not like about this minifigure, however, is that you can clearly see her dual-sided expression at the bottom of her hat. Now, I'll go ahead and take off her hat to show her dual-sided. Her dual-sided expression is just an angry or stern expression. Alright, let's go ahead and go on to our next professor. Okay, so as you can see, our last professor is Professor QUIRRELL. Now, this is also one of my favorite minifigures in the set, because we did not get one since 2001, I believe, and that version of him was not very good. Now, one thing that I like about this figure is that when you take off his turban, as you can see here, his dual-sided expression is something really kind of creepy. Ta-da! Here on the back of his head, you can see is Lord Voldemort. Lord Voldemort in the Sorcerer's Stone, the first movie, had to possess Quirrell to survive, as you can see, which is kind of a creepy factor about this minifigure, but still looks really good. On to our next minifigure. Let's see if I can get this. This is actually a quite large minifigure. This one is RUBEUS HAGRID. Now, I just really like this minifigure. It's a big update from the previous one. He's got some really nice brown bushy hair. He's got a really cool new lamp piece, and his umbrella, which is also his wand at the same time. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take off his hairpiece to show you his funky expression, which looks nothing like Hagrid, which is kind of funny. He has no dual-sided expression. He's got some cool pockets on the sides that stick out, and some really well done torso printing. Alright, let's go on to our last LEGO minifigure. Our last minifigure, as you can see, is Sir Nicholas de Pimpsy or something like that. Very long name, but he's also more widely known as Nearly Headless Nick. Now, this figure is the Gryffindor ghost. As you can see, he is not translucent, sadly, but he does have some kind of gray printing to show off his ghost. Now, his hairpiece does look really well as well, and if you turn his face around, he's got a worried or sad expression. His torso printing is really well done, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this minifigure. I wanted to show you guys the two little critters that came in the set. First, we have Harry Potter's owl named Hedwig, Snowy Owl, and next to it we have Ron's rat named Scabbers, which is actually a new mold for a rat here, which is really nice, and Hedwig is the same as 2010, I believe. Here is a quick little mini build that came in the set. This is the magical boat that took the first year students to the castle. Now, what's really nice is that you can actually fit 4 minifigures, like the movie, onto this boat. Like so. It looks pretty good, I'd say. And I really like the look of this lamp. And let's go on to our next little mini build. This next disappointing build is the Basilisk from the Chamber of Secrets. Now, this is actually really quite small, and pretty much the only feature is that it can like open its mouth like that and close it like so. Although it can like move around like a real snake. That's pretty much all you can do with this. So let's go ahead and check out the actual Hogwarts castle itself. Here we have the Hogwarts castle. I'm not even going to try and fit this into my studio because it's so massive. So just look at this overall build. It's just so pleasing and really well done. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this room by room. But first, let's take a closer look at the outerior. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a bit. Take a look at all of this great hall windows and stuff. Alright, I'm going to move some stuff around, and here we have the entrance to the Great Hall, which are just 2 doors, here and here, and I like to push them open from behind, like so, to reveal the interior of the Great Hall. So before we get into the interior, I wanted to show you guys that there's this cool little like micro figure here. That's a new mold that we haven't seen before. Here we've got another little door to get into the castle as well. And just a bunch of like stickers along the side to add some good detail to this set. And anyway, let's take a look at the interior of the Great Hall. This just looks great, I say. We have the 4 house tables, as you can see, and each table can actually seat some students, like so, which is pretty nice. Up here we have the teachers area, and just as an example, I will set Albus Dumbledore right here in his place. We got a couple of goblets here, some sort of pudding, a chicken drumstick or something, some tea in a mug, and in the corner you can see an ice cream. So that's pretty cool. And up top you may see that there's these magical candles floating. This is a new mold for the both pieces. Over here we have the Gryffindor banner, and over here the Slytherin banner. You may be wondering, where's Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff? All you have to do is lift this banner up, twist around, Hufflepuff. And same thing on this side, Ravenclaw. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the interior of the Great Hall. Let's go ahead and check out some more of the classrooms. This first room here has movable stairs, as you can see, a little broom thing, and a yellow frog on a little table. And that's honestly pretty much it for this room. This next room could be a potions classroom. It's got a giant cauldron with some green stuff in it, a mini bowl or pot or whatever with a red stone thing, and 2 potions, and a goblet in the corner on this little table. Alright, let's keep looking up at more rooms. This next room just has a really cool new mold for a spider. The sorting hat, which is honestly a really cool part of the set. It can actually fit on top of a figure's head if you take off their hairpiece. And here we got a treasure chest, which you can actually easily take out. And when you open it, it reveals some treasure, some like gems and stuff inside there, which is pretty neat, I think. So let's go ahead and take a look at the last room in this castle. The final room of this castle reveals the Mirror of ERISED, I believe it's called. Now we'll go ahead and take a closer look at this afterward, but you can actually remove this to reveal Fox the Phoenix on the inside, which is a really cool, neat inclusion of this set. So now let's take a look at the mirror. Here is the Mirror of Erised. Now, I believe what the purpose of the mirror does is when you look into it, you see your most biggest and truest desire of your heart. As you can see, when Harry Potter looks into it, he sees him with his parents because he has never met his parents. Now, what's really cool you can do is you can actually, see if I can do it, pop the mirror out, flip it around to reveal Dumbledore with socks. And now this set also came with another piece, mirror piece. So I'll go ahead and take this out. And here is Ron. He sees himself as head boy and Quidditch champion. If you flip this around, you see Professor Quirrell with the Sorcerer's Stone. So I'll go ahead and clip that in. And yeah, that's pretty much all it is for the Mirror of the ERISED. And well, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more hauls, reviews, and content in the future. Sorry that it took me so long to finish this review. I was having some technical difficulties, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, may the porgs be with you. Bye!